All right, so get this. We are diving deep into Baby John, this Bollywood action thriller that's got everyone like buzzing,
Oh, yeah.
We've got teaser reviews, behind-the-scenes stuff, and even like some hot takes straight from Twitter.
Wow.
So by the time we're done with this deep dive, you'll know whether to like pre-book those tickets or just chill and wait for, the streaming release.
Yeah, I think what's interesting here is that Baby John, it seems like it's aiming higher than just your average Bollywood action flick. I think they're really trying to break the mold by, blending in that intense action with a strong emotional core.
Yeah.
Which could be, really special.
The first thing that grabbed my attention, and like it seemed like everyone else's too, was Varun Dhawan, right? His transformation for this role. He's got this rugged, long-haired look. It's totally different from his usual style.
Right, and that visual shift, that's a powerful statement. It tells the audience, this isn't the same old Varun Dhawan you've seen before. I think this new look really hints at the depth and complexity of his character.
Yeah.
DCP Satya Varma, who I hear is a former cop turned vengeful father.
Wow.
It's like, he's channeling that intensity, say, that Christian Bale brings to his transformative roles,
Yeah.
Do you think that makes you more invested in the character when you see that kind of commitment?
Absolutely. It just adds a layer of intrigue and you really wonder what this character has been through to get to this point.
Totally.
And speaking of interesting backgrounds, we can't talk Baby John without, mentioning the director, Atlee. Now, for those who haven't seen his South Indian films, he's known for these huge, visually stunning action movies that also pack an emotional wallop.
Exactly. And that's where things get really fascinating, I think. Baby John isn't a straight up remake of Atlee's previous hit Theory. It's something totally new for, a broader audience.
Yeah.
And, it has the potential to really redefine Bollywood action. South Indian cinema is known for its, kind of over-the-top action and, intense melodrama.
Right.
It'll be really interesting to see how Atlee brings that to Bollywood.
Yeah. It seems like Atlee's aiming to deliver something more than just, explosions and fight scenes, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
A lot of the sources are highlighting this strong family element in the film and, where Dhawan's character is driven by protecting his daughter. This sets it apart from the typical revenge thriller, don't you think?
Absolutely. I think that's a really clever way to raise the stakes. When the action is tied to that kind of personal relationship, it becomes so much more visceral,
Yeah.
more gripping. You're not just watching a hero fight bad guys, but you're watching a father fight for his child.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's an emotional hook that can really draw you in.
Speaking of action, there's this rain-soaked fight sequence that everyone is talking about. Apparently it took 2 weeks to film. 2 weeks.
Wow. That is a very telling detail. I think it suggests a level of ambition and just attention to detail.
Yeah.
That you don't always see. It's not just about throwing punches, but, meticulously planned stunts, intricate camera work.
Right.
We might be looking at something that rivals those elaborate action sequences that we see in Hollywood blockbusters.
And, it's not just the choreography that's impressive.
Yeah.
Did you catch that Varun Dhawan is actually doing his own stunts?
Oh, wow.
It's not something you always see.
Right. It adds to the, the authenticity and intensity of the action.
Yeah.
When you see an actor willing to put themselves on the line like that, it makes the danger feel so real.
Okay, get this. Salman Khan has a cameo in the film.
Oh, that's a game changer. Salman Khan, he's a box office titan.
He is.
And his presence, even if it's a small role, can completely shift expectations,
Totally.
Think about it. People who don't usually watch a Varun Dhawan film might be tempted to see Salman Khan, even for a brief appearance.
So does that mean Baby John is guaranteed to be a box office smash?
Well, I don't know about guaranteed.
Yeah.
But it certainly, adds fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
Salman Khan's presence creates that pre-release buzz, attracts a wider audience.
Right.
Plus, think about the marketing. That's a headline that will grab your attention.
Oh, for sure.
But it also raises a question, could Khan's star power overshadow Dhawan's performance?
That's a good point.
We've seen that happen before with these big cameos.
Yeah, it'll be really fascinating to see how that dynamic plays out.
Yeah, and speaking of intrigue, there's a lot of mystery surrounding the antagonist.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the sources are keeping the identity under wraps. only one, I think, actually named the actor.
What is the deal with all the secrecy? Like, why?
Right. It's like they're playing this game with the audience.
Yeah.
Why are they keeping the antagonist's identity a secret? Could it be a surprise reveal, in the film itself?
Yeah. What do you think? Listener, what do you think?
Yeah.
Who could this mystery antagonist be?
Yeah, give us your theories.
Now let's move on to the overall cinematic experience. The sources are praising this electrifying score and these remarkable visuals in Baby John, calling it like a sensory feast.
Makes sense, given Atlee's track record.
Yeah.
He's known for these immersive cinematic experiences,
Mm-hmm.
The music, the visuals, the editing, it all works together to draw you into the story. Think about that rain-soaked action scene that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Sounds like a prime example of, Atlee's ability to blend artistry and intensity.
It really seems, from what I'm reading, like this is a film that just demands to be seen on the big screen. What do you think?
I'd say highly likely, given the scale of the action, the visuals, and the sound design that, everybody's talking about. It seems tailor-made for that theatrical experience. Yeah. I think this is a film that's going to come alive, in a dark theater, massive screen, and surround sound.
And let's not forget the fans.
Oh, yeah.
Twitter is like buzzing with excitement. There are all these tweets raving about, the teaser, especially Varun Dhawan's look.
It's a really good indicator of potential success, especially in the age of social media, that positive buzz online that can really translate into ticket sales.
It seems like Baby John is already like capturing the imagination of moviegoers.
Yeah.
But here's something that really piqued my interest. One source mentioned real life inspired sequences being woven into the film.
Oh.
What could that even mean? Do you think Atlee might be tackling some contemporary issues in this action thriller?
That's really intriguing. It suggests Baby John might be more than just, a popcorn flick. We know Atlee's not afraid to tackle, complex themes in his films.
So Baby John, potential trendsetter, merging high-octane action with thought-provoking social commentary?
It's certainly possible, if they can strike that balance between entertainment and, social relevance, it could really inspire other filmmakers to explore similar territory.
All right. Before we get too ahead of ourselves, let's recap what we've learned so far about Baby John, right?
Okay.
We've got a film that's aiming to redefine Bollywood action. It's led by Varun Dhawan, who's, totally transformed himself and guided by the vision of Atlee, who we know is known for his grand, emotionally charged filmmaking style.
Exactly.
Family drama, high-octane action, a mystery antagonist, and possibly even some thought-provoking social commentary. All this is wrapped up in this visually stunning package.
Right, and let's not forget that earth-shattering cameo from Salman Khan.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's shaping up to be an epic cinematic experience.
But, one question still remains, right? What are these real-life inspired sequences, and how will they, impact the film's message?
That's the million-dollar question. And it's definitely one we'll be exploring more in the next part of our deep dive.
So stay tuned.
Welcome back to our deep dive into Baby John. And before we, went down that rabbit hole of the antagonist and those real life inspired sequences,
right,
we were talking about, how this film might redefine Bollywood action.
Yeah, you know what? It really feels like Baby John is tapping into this cultural shift where audiences are craving more from their action movies.
Yeah.
They want substance and emotional depth,
right?
Even social commentary,
right?
Alongside those thrilling action sequences.
Exactly, and I think that's where Atlee's experience in South Indian cinema could really, come into play.
Yeah,
South Indian films, especially the action genre, they often blend this over-the-top spectacle with intense melodrama.
Oh yeah,
and social messaging. It's this unique style that could bring a fresh perspective to Bollywood.
So Atlee might be bringing some of that South Indian flair to Baby John.
It's definitely something to watch out for.
Absolutely.
And speaking of things that are exciting to watch, we have to talk about those breathtaking visuals.
Oh yeah.
And the electrifying score. Everyone is raving about it. One review even called it a sensory feast.
Oh wow. You mentioned that rain-soaked fight scene earlier,
right?
Which sounds like a prime example of Atlee's ability to create these immersive cinematic experiences.
Absolutely. I mean, remember when we talked about it taking like 2 weeks to film?
Oh, yeah.
That's not just about, like creating a visually stunning sequence. It's about crafting this experience that completely immerses,
the audience.
The audience, yeah. Atlee, he understands that cinema is this multi-sensory experience, and he uses every element, the visuals, the sound, the editing, like all of it to just draw you into the world.
Because he's creating.
Yeah, he's creating, yeah.
And the sources are really praising Varun Dhawan's performance.
Oh, yeah.
They're saying he's like pushing himself like beyond his comfort zone, you know, both like physically and emotionally. And that this could be like a career-defining role for him.
It seems like he's really like committed to embodying,
This is ACP Satyavarma.
ACP Satyavarma, yeah. And remember that like transformative new look we talked about?
That long hair.
It's not just superficial.
Right.
It reflects, a deeper transformation.
Right. And you know what else adds to that authenticity?
What's that?
The fact that he's doing his own stunts.
Oh, right.
It shows a level of like dedication.
Yeah.
That you don't always see from, Bollywood stars.
Yeah, absolutely. And it says a lot about his commitment to the role, I think, He's not just relying on stunt doubles.
Right.
And CGI, like he's in the thick of it.
It's like he's saying, I'm all in on this.
Totally, yeah.
Okay, but let's not forget about the other like powerhouse performers.
Oh, yeah.
In this film,
What else we got?
Kirti Suresh.
Right.
Jackie Shroff.
Yes.
They're getting a lot of praise too.
Yeah, they're both fantastic actors. It's exciting to see them like sharing the screen with Varun Dhawan.
I think Kirti Suresh especially.
Oh, yeah.
She's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
I mean, this is her Hindi film debut.
Wow.
But she's already a National Film Award winner.
That's amazing.
Which says a lot,
Right, yeah.
about her talent.
Right.
And it's always interesting to see how, like, actors from different, like, film industries adapt to Bollywood.
Right.
And from what I'm hearing, she's, like, making a seamless transition.
It sounds like she's holding her own,
Yeah.
Alongside some of, like, Bollywood's biggest names.
Now, we can't avoid this topic any longer.
What's that?
The Salman Khan cameo.
Ah, yeah.
It's been generating a ton of buzz.
Of course.
And rightfully so. I mean, he's
a giant.
A box office giant. And, his presence, even if it's small, can completely change, like, a film's trajectory.
It's true. It's a strategic move that could pay off,
Yeah.
Big time.
Remember how we were talking about, like, his cameo?
Yeah.
Potentially overshadowing Varun Dhawan.
Right.
Well, I mean, there are also a lot of examples where a well-executed cameo can, like, really elevate a film.
Totally.
And create, like, these memorable moments that, like, audiences talk about long after the credits roll.
Yeah, I agree. It's all about how Atlee uses his presence,
Right. Like that iconic scene. Think about that scene with Amitabh Bachchan.
Oh, right.
In Singham.
Yeah.
That cameo, like, added a whole other layer of, like, excitement to the film.
True.
So it's all about how Atlee uses Salman Khan. I'm really curious to know, like, what role he'll even play in the story.
Yeah, I think that secrecy is definitely working.
Oh, yeah.
It's creating a ton of, anticipation and speculation.
Yeah. The Baby John team, they're doing a fantastic job of, like, building hype in general.
Yeah.
I mean, that taster cut teaser that they released has gotten millions of views online.
That's amazing.
That teaser was, like, brilliant. It gave us just a glimpse, of the action, the characters, the tone, but just enough.
Yeah, not just enough.
To, like, pique our interest.
Right.
Without revealing too much.
Right. And those fan reactions.
Oh, yeah.
Online,
yeah.
They've been overwhelmingly positive.
They have.
Which is always,
a good sign.
A really good sign.
And word of mouth is, like, so powerful.
Yeah, especially in, the age of social media.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Speaking of, marketing, releasing Baby John on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That's, like, a strategic move.
Smart.
It's, like, prime real estate
Right.
at the box office, especially for like a big budget action film.
I mean, the holiday season is a time when people are like looking for entertainment.
Yes.
Baby John seems,
Ready to deliver.
ready to deliver. Yeah.
But it's going to be like a crowded Christmas
Yeah.
season at the box office.
Yeah.
With other like big releases
Right.
vying for like,
Attention.
Attention. Do you think Baby John can like hold its own?
I think it has a lot going for it, I mean, you've got Varun Dhawan, Atlee, Salman Khan. Those are all like major draws for audiences.
And let's not forget those real life inspired sequences.
Right.
That have been like, hinted at. We were
Yeah.
discussing this earlier, and I'm still like so curious about, what kind of like
Yeah.
social commentary Atlee might be like weaving in.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bold move, but it could set Baby John apart.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember how we were talking about like the trend of audiences like craving, crazy.
upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah. And social relevance.
It's not just about escapism anymore. People want, like films that reflect like
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah. But it's like a delicate balance.
Right.
How do you weave in social commentary,
Right.
but like not sacrifice the entertainment?
Right. That's the challenge. That's what makes this so interesting.
Yeah. If Baby John can like strike that balance,
Right.
it could have a real impact
Right.
on audiences.
Yeah.
It could even be like a trendsetter,
Totally.
inspiring other filmmakers.
It's definitely a possibility. We're seeing a shift in, Bollywood, I think, globally, towards action films that are more than, just mindless spectacle.
Yeah.
They're engaging with like, social issues,
Yeah.
challenging perspective,
Right.
and offering, a deeper level of storytelling.
So how about we put the question to our listener?
Okay, yeah.
What do you think about this trend
Yeah, what do you think?
of merging action
Right.
with social commentary?
Yeah. Is it something you appreciate in films?
Yeah. Do you think Baby John can pull it off?
Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts. We're back, and this is the final act of our deep dive into Baby John.
Oh, wow.
It's been quite a ride.
It has.
We've gone through those trailers. We've analyzed Atlee's style. We've even like thought about like what Salman Khan's cameo could mean. But there's this one thing I keep coming back to.
Yeah.
Those real life inspired sequences. Remember that one of the sources mentioned it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the element that like has me the most intrigued, I think.
Yeah.
It suggests, a depth that we don't always see in action films.
Right. Especially like, those going for that blockbuster status.
Right. Exactly.
And, this wouldn't be the first time that Atlee has tackled, these complex social issues
Right.
within like a high-octane action film.
Yeah, true.
Think about Thury.
Oh,
Remember he like touched upon police corruption, violence against women. And it was like woven in so seamlessly, right?
Right.
It added like this whole other layer of like,
Yeah.
emotional resonance to the action.
That's a great point. Atlee, he doesn't shy away from those difficult subjects.
Yeah.
And he seems to like get it that action films can be, this powerful platform for, social commentary,
Especially in India,
especially in India.
where like, cinema has this huge cultural influence.
Totally.
It's like he's using, the action genre
Yeah.
as like a Trojan horse
Yeah.
to like deliver a message.
Right.
Make audiences like think about these issues while they're like,
On the edge of their seat.
on the edge of their seats. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we don't know the specifics
Right.
about these real life elements in Baby John.
Right.
But what contemporary issues
Yeah.
do you think Atlee might be like exploring?
Well, I mean, based on, his past work, what we know about the film, it's possible that he could be touching upon,
Yeah.
themes of family, justice,
Right.
maybe even the struggles of,
Yeah.
marginalized communities.
And I mean, India's like dealing with so many,
Right.
social and political issues right now.
Right.
It wouldn't be surprising
Right.
to see some of that in Baby John.
Yeah, for sure.
One source even described Baby John as a potential trendsetter
Oh, wow.
in how Bollywood like merges action with,
Yeah.
message-driven content.
Yeah.
Could this be like a turning point
I mean, it's definitely a possibility. You know, we're seeing this like growing desire for these films that, you know, entertain, but also challenge us like intellectually and emotionally.
Right.
I think if Baby John can do this well, it could really like open the door for these more nuanced and thought-provoking action films in Bollywood.
It's so exciting to think about the possibilities.
It is.
And speaking of exciting, there's this one detail that keeps like popping up.
Yeah.
A horse riding scene.
Oh.
That supposedly has like these jaw-dropping stunts.
That sounds epic.
It makes me think of like, you know, those classic Westerns?
Oh, yeah.
Like Braveheart or Gladiator, you know, where horse riding just conveyed this like sense of power and like freedom, epic scale.
Yeah.
It's not something you usually see in Bollywood action.
Right.
Which makes it like even more and more intriguing.
Totally.
And knowing that Varun Dhawan is doing his own stunts for this.
Wow.
Let's just say, like, I'm already holding my breath.
But that's a testament to, you know, his dedication. He's pushing himself to the limit.
Yeah.
Physically, emotionally, like really bringing this character to life.
Yeah. And it goes back to what we were saying, you know, like about authenticity.
Yeah.
Audiences want that realism, that danger.
They do, yeah.
And Varun Dhawan seems like he's ready to deliver that.
Totally. And it's so different from, you know, the days of just like over-reliance on CGI and green screens. There's like this rawness and realness to Baby John that I think is resonating with people.
Okay. So before we finish this deep dive, we've got to address the elephant in the room.
Oh, right.
The mystery antagonist.
Yeah.
Still out there.
Yeah, still lurking in the shadows.
I mean, it's driving everyone crazy.
The filmmakers, they are masters of suspense.
Yeah, they are.
Keeping that identity under wraps, you know?
Yeah.
Generating all that buzz, all that speculation.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's brilliant marketing.
It is.
And it has everyone on the edge of their seats.
Yeah.
So, listener, we're throwing it back to you one last time. Who do you think it is?
Yeah. Who do you think the antagonist is?
What clues have you gotten from the trailers, the sources, all that?
Share your thoughts. Let us know.
Yeah, share your thoughts with us on social media. We're like dying to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so that about does it for our deep dive into Baby John. We've gone through those trailers. We've broken down all the buzz. We've analyzed, you know, like what this film could mean, like for Bollywood and beyond.
It's been a fascinating journey. And honestly, I think we've only just, you know, scratched the surface.
Yeah. There's so much more to discover when the film finally comes out this Christmas.
Can't wait.
Family drama, crazy action sequences, a mysterious villain, and possibly even, you know, some social commentary.
Right.
All of this wrapped up in like this amazing visual package.
Will it live up to the hype?
Yeah. Will it break records?
Will it spark, you know, important conversations?
I don't know. Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. We will be there opening night.
Yes.
Popcorn in hand.
Absolutely.
Ready to witness the phenomenon.
The phenomenon.
Look at John.
And until then, keep those theories coming.
Yes.
And stay tuned to the deep dive.
Yeah, for more, you know, insightful explorations.
Yeah, for sure.
Into, you know, the world of film.
Into the things that matter.
Yeah, things that matter. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See you later.